What's up, everybody? It is not Wednesday. It's not Sunday either. How the heck are you? I'm here. I made it. It's a wonderful evening. Man, it's a good snow day here in Kansas City, man. It snowed a shitload overnight, but it was like really warm. And so it's just like a slushy disaster, but my kids still wanted to go sledding, so I've been out in it all day. But that's okay. How's the week going for you? When did I last stream? I don't even remember, man. My life is a time warp these days. I just have no idea what the hell's going on. A lot of dirty soda and some bad bitches? It sounds like a good week to me. That is winning. You sort of sound like Charlie Sheen, but still winning. And, you know, that's alright. Huh. Yep, here I am. Hey, guess what? I was on call last night. Isn't that cool? You can't see me? You're not supposed to see me. Hello! I'm here. Much better. Let's see. Yeah, I had to fiddle with my camera. There we go. A little less headspace. Perfect. Love it. Yeah. So you jerks never told me that ever since I switched outfit of the day. Hell yeah, it's a Chiefs shirt, baby. Picked up with an Indonesian girl. Okay. Sweet. Did she make you a something? Clothes? Or is she too old for that? She probably aged out of that. Sorry. Terrible off-color joke. Oh, anyway. That's awesome. Hey, dude, that's... good for you. No, she didn't, bummer. Or you weren't lying. Either way. But yeah, so it occurred to me, I was messing... I don't actually remember why I figured this out, but I was messing with all of my like sound settings and stuff in OBS, and I realized that pretty much all of my games are playing through my desktop audio, which is like super duper quiet, and nobody mentioned it. That's a change. Like, I changed over to Voice Meter Banana, this monstrosity here, a while back to try to split out my audio so I could listen to whatever music I want without it recording to my VODs. I did that, what, probably like 3 months ago or something, and nobody ever mentioned that they couldn't hear the game the game volume, because I hear it just fine. I hear it normally, but it's like listening to the VODs, it's like not even there, and I never noticed. So hopefully that's fixed. Music was banging. Sweet. You mean it wasn't the sultry sounds of my sensual voice that was distracting everyone? You don't pay attention to the game. I mean, I think honestly, like over half the people who are in here don't, which is fine. Whatever works. It's a weird niche. It's a weird niche we're catering to here. I don't even know if it is a niche. I don't know if this exists, but I'm making it. Damn it, I am making this a niche. I need to be down here in this. There we go. Perfect. No, it was my good looks. Excellent. Good answer. Good answer. You don't understand the... I mean, I grew up on Mario. Come on, bro. I grew up on Mario and Sonic and Street Fighter. I totally understand not wrapping your head around Path of Exile, because that game is ridiculous. But I mean, the gist of it is just you run around and kill shit with magic and swords and whatever. I mean, that I feel like pretty much anybody can get behind, right? But yeah, this is kind of next level. Last Epoch's actually pretty straightforward. I never know. So the last Epoch server, Discord server, actually has, like, they automatically push through streams that stream Last Epoch, obviously. And it seems like there's a huge delay on it. And it makes me mad, because I wish it would, like, I wish the bot would pick it up immediately when I start streaming. But it doesn't, because damn it. Also, Venezuelan Lover is the most recent follower of this stream, and I freaking love your name if you're watching this, so thank you. Thank you for the follow, and thank you for making me smile. Now that I identify as obese, am I gonna join the fat liberation and health at every size movements? No. No, I am not. So just for the record, there is no such thing as a healthy obese person. If you are obese, you are by definition not healthy. It's just kind of how having medical conditions works. Let's go kill shit in the black sun. Hey, man, James, what's up, dude? How are you? Thanks for joining. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Amberlyn Reed's doctor told her she's obese and she's healthy. I mean, that's a fairy tale that we like to tell ourselves. Like, honestly, like I said, that doesn't exist. It's like, oh, she's super healthy, but she has end-stage COPD. Like, what? Okay. No, the doctor's just sparing her feelings. Which is fine. You know, I mean, whatever you gotta do to, like, get people on board with a program, you know, it's not gonna hurt to be like, oh yeah, you know, you're otherwise healthy. But I mean, that's a, you know, meaningless platitude, basically. Say hey to some of the coolest peeps? Aw, thanks for the buttering up. Have you seen Trump stock? I haven't, actually. What's up, Raya? Die. Ooh, spicy. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, there's so much me dying everywhere. Damn, we're just like straight into a boss fight. I'm not messing around on this. Any Valentine's Day plans? Nah, dude, I'm pretty locked down. How about you guys? You got anything cool going on? I've got a bunch of things that I would like to do. Oh my god. I did that very badly. Yeah, ever since, Good Gosh Darn decided to, go massive whale last, like, April or something, or March, I've been trying to get out and have a nice dinner with my wife, because that was, like, explicitly, he was like, hey, go have a nice dinner, and I was like, you know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So, that's been the plan, but my wife had a miserable pregnancy and felt like shit, and then, since delivering the baby, she hasn't slept and really, like, you know, felt like going out and having a nice night, so that is pending. We also go to this amazing place called, oh, by the way, can you hear the game audio? Is that, like, killing anybody? On my, little, fader thing over here, it looks fine. Yeah, you can hear it? Cool. But yeah, there's a French place here called Le Fou Frog, which I highly recommend. It's kind of this, like, weird mix of, like, kitschy, family-friendly, and, like, fine French dining. Very, very good restaurant. That was kind of our Valentine's Day tradition, so maybe we'll hit that up, too, at some point when she, you know, starts getting sleep regularly. Hey, Aridus, what's up, dude? Feel like I haven't seen you for a little bit. How's life, man? Still motoring through first year? Hopefully everything's going alright in that regard. Yeah, well, I was talking about it in Discord. We actually have a doula here tonight, just to basically hold our baby. Because our kid has reflux and basically can't, like, lay down, because she wakes up in, like, half an hour, or less. Because she refluxes and, like, gags on it and stuff. So, basically has to be held. So that's fairly fucking miserable in, you know, every sense. And my wife's really taken it on the chin, honestly, because she, like, we did the thing where both of us were up last time, because our first kid had reflux too, and it was not good. Like, relationships suffered, and, like, I was going to work, like, totally exhausted all the time, and, I don't remember any specific instances of doing anything unsafe, but I'm sure that happened. So, sick all last week and missed your immuno exam? Oh no! Sorry to hear that. Hopefully they're dealing with that gracefully. Or graciously, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And not, like, nailing you to the wall for that. Your friend is pregnant and miserable? Yes. Yeah. How do you stop infant reflux? You wait. You wait for their GI tract to mature, unfortunately. That's the answer for a lot of infant problems, and usually that's around 4-ish months, where they kind of grow out of that a little bit. Made up the exam and did as you expected. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks when you have to, like, make up the exam in short order, and you're like, dude, I was sick. I didn't really get to study for it. Yeah, I've been there, done that, man. I know exactly what you mean. Let's try this boss fight again, see how it goes. Oh, 3 days behind for the next one? Blah. But yeah, so yeah, one of the things about babies is there's no, like, they change physiologically so fast that it's really difficult to study them. Because any sort of, you know, any sort of study has to take months. You know, and 2 months later, your baby is completely different. Ow! Do we have a stomach apron? What is a stomach apron? Is that like a man fupa? Hilarious. I do not, fortunately. I'm not that obese yet. Yet. I'm working on it. Oh, shit. Eat a dick, Raya. Yet. Yeah, exactly, yet. Not yet. Dude, I haven't exercised in any sort of dedicated fashion in like 2 months, and I am feeling it. I am really deconditioned. It's bad. It's crazy how fast that happens. Ooh. Spicy boss fights. Oh my god. Showing this boss who's boss well so far. It's not gonna take a whole lot for him to turn the tables though, unfortunately. Ah, damn. Ah, get out of there, shit! Oh, that was really close. That was really close. Die, 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 die. Oh, he's not gonna die this time. Shit. There we go. That'll do it.
Do you think my defeat
Sexy.
This world is
Ooh.
already dead.
What do I get? Ignite on hit. That doesn't do anything for me. 33 health. I guess I'll take that, because none of the other ones do anything at all for this build. Actually, Ignite is not too bad for this. Now that I think about it. Huh. That is quite the conundrum, isn't it? Tidal volume 1000, respiratory rate 30. Jesus Christ, what? That's a lot. That's a lot of breathing. 30 liters a minute. Oh man. Shit, what am I gonna do? Health is nice. Health is nice, but this is a lot of damage. What those lungs do? They breathe. Aren't you in med school? Shouldn't you know that? Shouldn't you know that? Flames of the Black Sun. Wow, that's gonna add to my single target damage a lot. Yeah, let's try that. Yep, confirm selection. I shouldn't have taken that, but that's okay. Ooh, this is cool. Let's see what I get here. Did I get decent? No, I got pretty bad rolls, but that's okay. Void damage per fire aura. Oh, so this is like convert fire to void kind of stuff, maybe? That's interesting. Okay. I dig. That's cool. Haven't had a peds patient in a while. Oh yeah, peds is weird, man. Kids scare me. What specialty allows you to mess around frequently with colleagues? Anesthesia. I spend a fair amount of time dicking around in our office. It's like stop and go though, you know, it's not like you sit there for a long time and fuck around. It's, you know, you're in there for 5 minutes and then like everybody's in and out. But yeah, there's a fair amount of messing around. Yeah, I'd say anesthesia's pretty happy. I would say most, like, surgical subspecialties are pretty happy, too, honestly. Internal medicine. The hospitalists that I'm around tend to get along together pretty well. The kid was really cute, but you'll never do peds. Yeah, kids... It's not the kids that you worry about with pediatrics, it's the parents, man. That's the trick. Parents are nuts. As a parent, I can tell you that for true. Last critical peds patient was DNR. Ooh, DNR kids. That's not fun. But yeah, but I'm a parent. I'm crazy. That's what I'm trying to tell you, dude. That's what I'm telling you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. Yeah, that was rough. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna go to that echo just yet. Why don't we go to a different land, shall we? What level is all this stuff? Oh, level 75. Dear God, yeah. You have the lab value somewhere? Oh, the COVID. That's a weird, like, inflammatory syndrome thing, right? That's sad. When do parents typically put children on DNR? If they're, like, ultra terminal. Dude, it's... I sort of take issue with this practice, but it's pretty common for everybody to just absolutely go balls out to save kids. So, not without good reason, because kids are very plastic, and they can, like, regenerate neurons pretty, you know, with a fair amount of effectiveness. They're, you know, they heal quickly, and generally do way better than adults, than healthy adults. But, you know, and it's really sad. Like, there's, like, this emotional thing where you just don't want to lose a kid. But, you know, sometimes it's just time to let go. And I think we're pretty bad about that, overall. Hey, good gosh darn, what's up, dude? How are you, man? How's life? We were just talking about my sort of nebulous plans to actually use the very generous donations you made like almost a year ago to have a Valentine's Day dinner. I don't know. Well, I know it's not gonna happen on Valentine's Day, but maybe I think we'll legit make it to a year before I actually get to use it, thanks to pregnancy and child rearing. If you ignore DNR orders, can you be sued? Yes, you can. You could also be charged criminally with assault. I mean, realistically, I don't think that would ever happen, but it's possible. And yes, it is state dependent, that's correct. You can revoke a patient's DNR. That's interesting. Yeah, and it's more complicated with kids too. There's a lot of I think it's almost universal that a physician can be like, hey, this is a life-saving treatment, this kid needs it. So like, for instance, if parents are Jehovah's Witnesses and their kid needs a blood transfusion, you as a physician can just be like, this kid's getting a blood transfusion. You can disregard their values and beliefs when it's a matter of life and limb. Yeah, we absolutely will, man. We're gonna go to this place called Eddie V's. I think it might be like a small chain, but it is very good. Oh, and I'm totally taking your ChatGPT suggestion, by the way. I'm gonna play with it a little bit so I don't like totally fuck this up and like somehow do something incriminating. But yeah, we will on stream probably next time. Actually, we'll be feeding ChatGPT some inputs and seeing what it comes out with. I'll be critiquing ChatGPT's anesthetic practice. Uber Eats the restaurant and then have a mukbang with my wife. Oh yeah, it sounds great. Have I given a blood transfusion to a Jehovah's Witness? Not that I can recall. Or not. So I can recall. So yes is the answer, but not against their will. There have been a couple times where we're like, look, you're like legit gonna die without this, and they sort of had a discussion and we're like, okay. But there have also been a few who were like, we had that discussion and they were like, well, if I die, that's what happens. All right. Shit, what was I looking up? Oh yeah, ADVs. We'll just do, yeah. So I've only been here once, and it was like restaurant week, so it wasn't like the main restaurant. Yeah, I'll allow that. Let's see. View menu. Do they have any pictures? They don't have any pictures. Bummer. Let's see. Children's menu? Who the fuck brings somebody... brings a kid to a place that serves like $70 entrees? I mean, seriously. Huh. Okay, well, I'll look for, just images, I guess. Yeah, so here we go. This is the place. This is where we're going. Oh. Great, so I opened the link and it's actually a worse picture. Thanks, Google. Yeah, it is very good. Can't we ruin a romantic dinner by gorging on stream? Oh, leave it to me. I'm sure I will find a way to ruin the romance, because I am real good at that. Yeah, it is 100% where I belong. The place is awesome. But yeah, like I said, I went there for restaurant week, which was really good, and they generally have, I think they had most of the menu, like regular menu available, but it is like, you know, sort of a, I don't want to say like cut corners, but it's sort of a limited menu. So I've never been there under like normal circumstances, so I'm really looking forward to that, because our meal for restaurant week was fantastic. Really, really good experience, so. Very excited for that. Yeah, well, thank you very much for facilitating it. Once again, it's cool. How much did I spend? I don't remember. I think it was like 250 or something. You know, we each had like 3 or 4 drinks. Each had a meal, each had an app. No, it's really not that bad. I mean, for like a really nice night out, that's not bad. Cost of living in Kansas City is very cheap. That said, I don't think upper end stuff is really that much cheaper than it is, you know, in any like larger city. So I don't know how much of a cost of living discount we actually got there, but yeah, I mean, you can price yourself out of contention pretty easily here. One shot, what's up, man? I'm liking the game a lot. I've played a fair amount of Last Epoch. Oh, son of a bitch. That's what I get for reading chat. I get slammed by a Maruna. Whoops.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think I have 4 characters, something like that. Eagles by 10, you're such an ass. No way, bro. 469% chance to shred armor. Jesus. Yeah, no, I like it a lot. I like a lot of the changes that they've made. I think some of the, like the voice acting and the models for some of the characters, those are super cool. I actually just this week saw the list of all of the uniques and stuff that they're releasing, which is super cool. Like, I'm a huge fan of unique items being build enabling, and it seems like literally all of them are. I think that's awesome. They didn't get it on the closed beta? Oh no. Bummer. Those are the first people that I've heard of, like, trying to get in who didn't. I mean, obviously it happens, because they allowed, what, like 10,000 people or something? And I just registered when I first got the email. So I was like, yeah, I'll probably do that. But yeah, I had only seen, let's see. I'd seen I think it's like a staff that makes your minions ignite. I'd seen this, the blast knife, and I'd seen the meteor belt. But like all of these other things are like an entirely new build as well. Like they allow you to just totally build around them. That's fucking cool. Like they're all super neat and have these little gimmicks to them, and they're like strong items, not like broken. Sounds like the meteor belt is maybe pretty breakable, but not necessarily broken. It's kind of nuts if you totally lean into it and have some good gear, but yeah, these are super cool. Like A+ on unique design, in my opinion. I haven't found any of them yet. I don't think. Teases with the characters? I don't know. I want the Falconer and the Rune Master. Both look really cool. Panthers are probably not going to the Super Bowl. Probably not. Probably not. Scratching your nuts and sniffing your fingers ever go away? It doesn't. In fact, probably gets worse as you age. So unfortunately, I haven't managed to do any actual multiplayer, which is fine. I mean, I'm pretty used to not having friends at this point, but it's like I like the patch. I think the patch is really good. There's a lot of like quality of life stuff. I have had a little bit of like latency issues. And I don't know if that's me, because I am streaming, you know, on one computer. I don't have a streaming PC, so most of my gameplay has been while streaming. But
Yes.
so I'm not willing to actually assign fault there, because it may very well be me. But yeah, and some of the tile sets that they've changed, like some of the fights and stuff, I think they, I forgot what it is, but the, like, frozen throne guy that you fight during the campaign, like, they switched that up. I thought that was really well done. It's a very good change to that area. Freeze multi... meh. It's shadow time. Do I have perfect vision? I do not. I think my vision's like 20/40. Oh yeah, I died there. Damn it. Okay. You know I do want helmets, actually. Makes a parent an exceptional parent? Oh, dude. I have no idea. Like, I feel like parenting is one of those things that, like, the deeper you get into it, the more you realize you have absolutely no idea what you're doing. I just keep trying. Just try my best. It seems like every day you find out, you, like, figure out something that you've been doing wrong for a long time. Like, oh god. Why am I ruining my child? The numbers for vision? So as I understand it, the numbers mean, like, I see at 20 feet what somebody with, quote, normal vision sees at 40 feet. So it's, like, blurrier to me than it would be, basically. Yay! What am I trying to do? I am trying to foster my kid's interests while also giving him, you know, like, good social skills and discipline and routine, and that's pretty much it, honestly. Like, it's that in a nutshell. Like, making sure he's educated and a good person. And happy, of course. In the process. Nothing to it, right? No big deal. Playing a Mirage Lightning guy. So I've heard that that build is awesome. I actually kind of watched a like a smaller streamer. I mean, like a streamer my size. You know, I think he had like 10 viewers playing a build that sounds like what you're describing, and it was super cool. And he was doing a shitload of damage, like running around zoom style. So yeah, I would be very interested for that. I played a shadow, like, poison build, Blade Master, I think. It had, like, kind of leaned heavily into shadows, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. And isn't there a new, there's like a new dagger or something that lets you, kind of, like, enables that build, if I'm not mistaken. Still surprised I don't play League of Legends? Yeah. I don't know, I can't get into it, dude. It's the fact that you, like, so first off, it's like one of the most toxic video game environments fucking ever. Like, people who play League of Legends are notoriously awful. And that I just can't commit to, like, a 45-minute game. Yeah, the fact that you, like, have to pay attention and be focused is, like, that's not relaxing to me. Like, I could totally have done that, you know, back in the day, like, in med school or something, but now it's just, there's no way. Especially not during a stream, because I like going and, like, looking shit up and showing you this fancy-ass restaurant that I'm gonna go to, and looking at all these cool items, and, you know, that's not my jam. Much more casual than that. Let's see. Let's transfer all that shit. Yeah, so the lightning... Oh, so I totally misread that. You said you're mage lightning. Okay. So what skills are you using? Are you doing static or lightning blast? I am very pleasantly surprised with Elemental Nova. I just kind of, like, started using that early on, and it's, like, freaking awesome. Using both of those, static and lightning blast. Nice. Yeah, Elemental Nova has been, like, crushing shit for me. very happy with how that's gone. Like, so much so where, like, this has always been meant to be a Volcanic Orb build, but it's like, this is going so well that I actually kind of thought about scrapping the Volcanic Orb and just totally making this Elemental Nova. Which might require a little bit of a point rework, but I don't know about that. I don't know. If I were to do that, I'd probably get more overcharge. Lightning Blast is 15k? Jesus. That is a lot. Yeah, I need, so I got super lucky, and I found 2 of these idols. Like the decreased Volcanic Orb speed. But, I mean, this is like my dream idol, but it has absolutely terrible rolls. Like, if this had near max rolls, I would only need that one. And then I could use all my idols for other shit. But, yeah. And at some point I'll... excuse me. I'll, farm an Eye of Orexia and whip that thing on, and then I probably will need 2 high roll idols just like this, but until then, I'm scrapping.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. You go away. I guess I need to tighten my loot filter a little bit if I'm getting things like quivers. Whoops. So how do you feel about the trade situation? Some people seem to have very strong feelings about it. Quiver dance. Quiver dance. Yeah, I personally hope they institute trade, but I don't, like, really care that much. Like, the drop rates are such that you can do solo self-found and, like, make all your own. The crafting is easy enough, you can make all your own gear. And I don't really care. Ooh. Oh boy. That's probably worth keeping. Let's craft on that bad boy. Wow. Okay. You gotta trade an item more than once. Yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah, to make it, like, just sort of account bound is kind of weak. I wonder how much good 4 ward on kill would do me. Let's see if I can craft that too. Damage over time on a frickin' 2-handed mace. That's actually really well rolled for what level I am. Maybe I'll put that away. Future use, question mark. Let's shatter all this stuff. I don't know if that's savable. That's a lot of fire damage for me, though. Yeah. Okay, those get sold.
Yes.
My skin looks really smooth. What is my skin routine? I've told you that before. My skin routine is being an oily bastard. I have really oily skin, and I drink a ton of water. Yeah, because I use, like, the cheapest freaking soaps ever. Big Poppy, what's up? How much water is enough? So, that's a great question. Let's talk about it. So your maintenance fluids are, and I'll get to the anesthesia question in a second. Your maintenance fluid is basically your weight in kilograms plus 40 per hour. And that's for you just like existing, not doing anything, not, you know, running around or whatever. So for me, I'm like 90 kilos. So my base would be, well, let's see. Let's calculator it up. So 90 kilos times... Oh, shit. Math is hard. Here. Where? Get out of here. 130 times 24. So I need 3 liters just to maintain. So when you're eating, that gets cut down a little bit because you do get a little metabolic water out of your food. But you're also walking around and, you know, talking and playing video games and whatever, you know, what normal people do, right? So realistically, you need probably like 4-ish liters of water. Something like that. Just at baseline. And if you're sweating a whole bunch, then you need more. So I think that anesthesia is a great specialty. It offers all of the things that you're looking for, though it is getting lots more competitive. You want to trade with your friends? Doesn't matter if they're online. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think if they're gonna make trade, like, you kind of have to, like, make it open, right? I mean, or do something specific, like you can only trade crafting shards or something. Or you can only trade items and can't trade crafting shards or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of... I'm not sure where all of the, like, you can only trade crafted or uncrafted items, or you can't... You know, you can't trade an item once it's been crafted. Like, I don't get it. I don't see the point of those restrictions. But, like, I think you kind of either do it or you don't do it, you know? Like, if you're gonna have trade, just make it trade. Make it open. And if you're not, then don't. That's fine. Just don't do it, like, weird and half-assed. Rubus, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How are ya? Yes, I'm from Sudan. Alright. Lab value says ABGs. Oh, that's not so good. Can't figure out what the 13, 392, and 8.1 are supposed to be, so... yeah, so I would assume, usually the way that that's reported is, so pH, your CO2, 13.4 is like fucking crazy low, 392, which is your oxygen, your PaO2, and that means that patient's probably ventilated, I would hope. 8.1, I don't know what that is. That could either be hemoglobin or lactate. In this patient, it might be lactate, because that's a really low pH, and minus 22 is probably base excess. Lactate was 6.8. Okay. That's still crazy fucking high. Alright, let's craft this thing. I do not need cold damage, so let's chaos that away, shall we? See what happens. Oh, I have to be level 69. What level am I? 68. Okay, cool. So, we won't do that. Moving on. K was 10.4? What the fuck? How is this person alive? What? Yeah, the crafting in this game is definitely so much better than Path of Exile. I've put... I actually don't know how many hours I've put into Path of Exile. Probably in the thousands. And I just refuse to craft. I mean, like, for one, I don't really ever have the currency to do it, realistically. But, like, the most crafting I ever do is just, like, alt spamming stuff and try to get, like, a cluster jewel that's the way I want it. It's like pulling freaking teeth, man. I hate it. Alright, what can I put on here? Lightning crit multi, that's pretty cool. Not for me, but it is cool in general. Fire aura, no. Spin his ward. Well, you know what? That's all not quite as cool as I thought it might be. I know there's that one that's like... Oh no, I was thinking crit that doubles over 300 mana, but that's armor, I think. Yeah. Okay. cooldown. Will cooldown too much for me? I don't know about that. Why do they make you learn random bugs that aren't common? I don't know the answer to that. Yeah, the risk of crafting is terrible in Path of Exile. I strongly prefer it, like, as a pretty casual player. Like, so, this league, I had my, most expensive character ever, and I put, like, 20 divines in it. I got a couple, like, really lucky drops, and sold them and just, like, converted them into gear, basically. But I will never craft anything. I'll just buy what I want. Because it's basically always a losing proposition to craft stuff, unless you're trying to make, like, you know, something super, super good and niche, like, that nobody else is going to have. And I know lots of streamers do it because they have, like, unlimited currency and, you know, they want the thrill of the chase kind of thing. It's good content, but not me, man. I just want my item. I don't want to fuck around with my currency. I don't have time for that. So do I want int? What else can I have here? I don't think any of this really even helps me. Mana, possibly. Hey, Suspect, what's up, dude? Diablo 4 win? I think it's in June. I will be playing that. I'll 100% be playing that. Thanks for the bits, man. I haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you back. Hopefully you've been okay. Do I want mana or do I want int? I think I want int. Let's do that. Bugs and drugs killing me? Yeah. Yeah, they do that. You know, the nice thing about that is you can pretty much learn the buzzwords for those, and you'll be good for eternity. And it's always amazing to me, like, how little, all the weird shit that you have to learn, like, kind of rears its ugly head in clinical practice. Like, one of my favorite things in med school is, like, having to learn the differences between the, like, various tick diseases. You know, like, difference between, like, Lyme disease and, documented spotted fever, and what's the other one? Babesiosis? Is that it? Yeah, I think it is. But, like, you have to learn all these, like, little tiny details, but hey, you treat them all with doxycycline, so it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter at all. You just give them doxy if you suspect that there's a tick involved, and you're like, okay, cool. We're good. Do I want health regen? I don't think... I think I want to switch this. Yeah, this is definitely so much more satisfying than freaking Path of Exile, dude. What did I get? Necro resistance. That is fucking fantastic. That is exactly what I wanted. 8 forge? Oh no! I was hoping I was at least gonna get one more craft out of that. Oh well, that's still probably a pretty substantial increase or improvement over what I have. What level, does anybody know what level you start getting +2 to a skill? Is it level 5? It's either 4 or 5, can't remember. Oh yeah, and I can't craft that because it's level 69. Bummer. 3, you're a jerk. You have no idea. How will you be a good doctor if you can't tell your patient? This weird specific shit. Yeah. I think you'll manage. Somehow. I think you will manage. Put that down here to remind myself for crafting. Let's go here. Yay, with my fancy new hat. How much armor do I have now, I wonder? Still not very much, but better than it was. Better than it was. Oh good, that's kind of like near the top of the range on fire damage too. Holy shit, I bet you my Volcanic Orb does a lot of damage. Yep. Yes, it does. So I feel like Volcanic Orb is a skill that lots of people sleep on. It does an insane amount of single target damage if you set it up right. Very satisfying. Fools! Fools! What do I have to do? Seal the wild gate. The wildest gate. Wow, so we've made it a whole hour without actually talking about the topic that I wanted to cover. Oh, that's my mirror image. I'm trying to blow up my mirror image. I'm an ass. Oh, God. Top-end gameplay, folks. That's what we offer here. That's what we offer. Yeah, so I was on call last night, as I mentioned, and we had a guy come in who got stabbed. He got stabbed multiple times, in fact. So, how do you fix that? Right? It's like a dude that suddenly has lots of holes in him. That seems like a pretty big problem. So let's talk about how you fix that. So, there are several things to consider. Today, direct pressure packing. Yes, that is an option, right? That is an option. So if they're bleeding, which he, you know, I mean, he was bleeding a little bit, but, oh, God. Terrible. But if they're, like, bleeding dangerously, you know, if they're, like, unstable. Remove hole. Yes, you remove the holes. You unstab them. That's exactly right. But yeah, if they're, like, acutely bleeding, then, you know, you stabilize, do whatever you can to kind of, like, stop or slow the bleeding until they can get the surgery. And then in that case, like, if they have a obvious, like, severe injury, you do something called a laparotomy, which is basically just a midline incision all the way down, and you, try to figure out where they're bleeding from and what got injured. Hopefully it's nothing huge. Give blood calcium, keep warm. Yeah, exactly. Listen to the resident. Are you EMT or paramedic? I can't remember. Resident emergency management person. Paramedic. Got it. Cool. Resident paramedic. Soon to be emergency medicine doctor. But yeah, that's sort of the basics. But it's not always that emergent. It's like you could actually live, you know, for a fair amount of time with like a stab wound that even if it like penetrates a organ, like especially if that organ happens to be like your colon or something, it's like, you know, you'll be fucked up, you'll be sick, but you know, it's not an immediately fatal thing. Tranexamic acid is a fibrinogen inhibitor, I believe. So it helps you not bleed. Antifibrinolytic, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so like the opposite of what I said. Yeah, so you can generally afford to kind of like treat this a little carefully, like treat a stab wound carefully, unless the patient's unstable, of course. So this guy was stable. There we got. So we took him to the operating room and we actually did a laparoscopy. So kind of looked around with the, you know, laparoscope and didn't give him that huge midline incision because, you know, that comes with its own issues. Like it's really painful and patients develop scar tissue and all sorts of shit like that that can, you know, when they get older can actually like constrict their bowels and like stop their bowels from working right. And then you have to go in and like cut those adhesions in that scar tissue. So, you know, it basically anytime you can avoid surgery or more invasiveness, it's a good thing. So we did that and just kind of like looked around and, you know, if we had found any sort of injury or something, then the guy gets a laparotomy. Then he gets cut open. But fortunately for him, so those of you who have had anatomy, you will recall that there's something called the omentum inside your abdomen, which for those of you non-medical folks, is basically just kind of like fatty connective tissue that's in your guts, in and around your guts. So he had like this area of omentum that like obviously had a stab wound in it, and it just kind of like cleanly cut through the fat, and that's it. So there was like basically no injury beyond like, you know, superficial, even though he had his stomach totally like punctured twice. I mean, not his stomach, his like belly punctured twice. His stomach was fine. Yes, greater omented, yes. Boop. Get in that portal. There we go. So much experience. Get stabbed, finds mental caking. Do obese people have better outcomes when it comes to stabbings? Probably. I don't know that there's any, like, research on that. I mean, I'm sure there probably is, but I do not know of it. But I mean, that just makes sense. You know, if you've got, wow, that's good. Cool. You know, if you just have more distance to get through before, you know, any, like, serious lasting energy happens, or injury happens, then, yeah, so much the better. Gladiators, actually, Roman gladiators actually used to be, like, huge and fat for that reason. But it was more difficult for them to, like, get a critical injury. Time to do a prospective study, exactly. That seems like something totally worthy of funding. Would I like to be included in the prospective study? Well, I am obese, as we have demonstrated. So sure, for science, let's do it.
Yes. Take care of yourself.
Can't imagine a better way to further humanity's body of knowledge than to get myself sliced or stabbed. That seems like the best thing that I could possibly do with my time. Joaquin Phoenix was hot. Apparently Joaquin Phoenix is like a huge weirdo, which I think is kind of funny. Milkman, oh, that's awesome. The ulnar nerve palsy due to the nurse practitioner paper? I don't know. If you have, I don't recall that. You sent me a fair amount of papers, though. Uh-oh, here we go. Let's look at this. I'm totally gonna get myself killed. So what happened now? Oh yeah, the next Nexplanon removal. So if for anybody who wants the TLDR on this, it's basically a nurse that tried to take somebody's implantable birth control out, and it was not the birth control, it was their nerve. And so she basically just like ripped somebody's nerve out, like a healthy young woman, and so her hand is like all fucked up now. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Yeah, that's a sad story, man. Like, can you imagine that? Like, just going to try to get your freaking birth control out,
Hello.
and they just cripple you for life.
Aye.
Medicine be scary shit. And that's why you go to school for a really long time. To be able to do it. So yeah, fixing stab wounds. So if there's anything to be fixed, you go in and fix it. You do laparotomy, no matter what you open with. Go in, fix it, sew it up, clean it out.
Hello.
You know, stitch it back together, whatever. You're going to an NP for primary care, it's your own fault? Yeah. I mean, sometimes. I mean, I guess you have to advocate for yourself and be like, hey, please don't do that. Please don't send me to an NP. I want a physician. But it is much more convenient, for sure, because there's more of them, right? There's more appointments, but... Where am I going? Oh, I guess I'm just staying here. Got it. Yeah, so if nobody gets that joke, psych NPs are like notorious for just prescribing a whole bunch of random shit to people. Specifically benzos, most of the time. Like, they just give out benzodiazepines like it's fucking candy. They prefer NPs because they're nicer? Yes.
Terra's blessing.
That is true. Okay, get out of here, Captain Tanafast! Conquered that echo. Fuck yeah. Sedatives or stimulants? Both? Yeah, dude. I mean, why not? Why not both, right? Like, there's multiple times a day. Sedatives for sleep. Stimulants to wake up. Just do the Elvis Presley. It's cool. Get on with your day. I don't know that I want to spec into that anymore. Let's see. We'll do more cast speed, because I don't have very much cast speed.
Yes.
And I will sell you a bunch of shit. That's pretty good. God, terrible rolls, though. I'm just gonna sell that. Ignite and lightning aegis, yeah. Poison pen. Ooh, cool. So it seems like what do you call these? Exalted items and amulets with like various penetrations on them are way more common now. And that's just purely anecdotal, but oh, Spellcrate can come on hats. Ooh. Oh my. Okay, that's pretty cool. Penetration, yes. Teehee. Teehee penetration. So silly. So cast speed, necrotic damage, stun avoidance. Maybe I'll try to craft that, see what happens. That's a nice thing about crafting here. What? What is your question? On swiping classmates, like on Tinder? Dude, go for it. Med students like to get laid too, as it turns out. I mean, and that's not like, you know, the whole adage of like, don't shit where you eat, or vice versa. I feel like med school is, you know, you can isolate yourself well enough that that's not really a huge problem. Oh for 5 on swiping classmates, that's hilarious. Has anybody ever come up to you and been like, dude, don't do that? The event planner works for your school on Tinder? Nice. So by Tinder you mean Grindr, right? Lightning damage. That's not awful. Okay. I feel attacked. 1 for 1, class of 2027. 2027? Oh, okay, cool. Do it. The unwritten rule of not talking about it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough. Yeah, I always enjoy the like interview time stories of, you know, I'm sure most of them are fake, but like people coming out. Class of 2027 might exist, right? If they start this year? No, this year would be 2026. Oh. Okay. No, because it'd be... So 20... 23, 24. And then 4, 5... Oh, you're right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's next year's class. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know that I can use any of these. This seems like that's got potential. Freeze, multi, and lightning damage, though. Yeah. These...
Yes.
Shop. Fresh blood. Fresh blood. Make a bleed, Gucci. Make a bleed. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, I know my class was, I think, over 200, or at least like close to it. I've forgotten exactly how many people were in our class, but like plenty of people to like be able to avoid any awkwardness. There was definitely lots of like, you know, class cest. Yeah, I mean, everybody, like, kind of, like, knows people, you know, they'll know who you are, but it's like, you know, if you really want to, like, avoid somebody, it's probably not going to be a huge issue, right? Yeah, class size of 50, that would be bad. One of my, friends who I did residency with, soon to be partners actually. We hired him and he's starting in April, which is rockin'. He's a super cool guy. But his kids all went to this like small Christian school where the class size is like in the teens. Like, how do you date anybody? What the hell? You do a good job at not knowing your class. Well, good for you. No, I guess I don't like kill these freaking things that are raining death down on me. Level 69. Nice. Yeah, not liking somebody in a 30-person med school class would be super not fun. Giggity. Nice. A lot of the girls look the same to you. That does happen sometimes. Oh no. The MD, yeah, the MD PhD world is real small. That'll be nuts. That is a shitload of schooling, says the guy with a shitload of schooling. They let you enter it until your third year, really? Like, aren't you kind of like behind if you do that? I was sort of under the impression that like people who did like the, you know, PhD track kind of were like involved with their labs all the way through, and then they just, you have those, you know, 3 or 4 years or whatever it is to like really nail down your project, and then you go back to med school. Am I wrong? I don't know. That's not something that I ever really put a lot of effort into, because I sort of hate doing research and don't care. So. Huh. Just read it, whatever. Well, I guess they're just making it as available as possible. Good for them. Oh. Goodness. Kill that spire. God, I love Volcanic Orb. That's gonna be super hot. Let's get out of here. What do I regret about med school? I mean, other than going? And you have already made that mistake. Fucking all the bitches. I did not fuck all the bitches in med school. Yes. I did not. I did not. I drank all the alcohol, though. Definitely did that. Partied like freaking crazy in med school, man. Like, honestly, I probably partied more in med school than I did in college. Not at first, though. Not at first, but after a while. After I kind of got the lay of the land down. See, there's more penetration. More penetration. How is that possible? I don't know. I figured it out. Just think about what I would have done if I hadn't drowned all those brain cells. Right? I'm already a doctor. And if I hadn't, like, freaking pickled myself, maybe I'd be, like Like, I would have cured cancer 7 different times. But oh well. Let's sort this. Is this the sort? No. Ah, the one that says sort is probably the sort button. Ha! Ha! Yeah. Wait, can I get
Yes.
any runes from you? Shop. No shattering runes. Great. That's fantastic. BOGO sort? I don't know what that is. But maybe I should, if it is the best algorithm. All about making my life easier. Oh god, oh god. Get out of there. I keep forgetting to use my frickin' flame ward, man. Like, I got used to just glass cannoning my way through everything and, like, not ever dying. And now I'm dying. So that's bad. That is a bad habit. Very bad habit. What are we listening to? I don't even know. Stream tunes all night. This DMCA shit, man, it's hit or miss, but tonight's been pretty good. Can't complain. Fastest sorting algorithm? Huh. Alright. Can I introduce you to my single doctor friends? I can. I don't have many of them. I have one dude who's a sort of misogynist Indian dude who is not gay, but I can introduce you to him. Not sure how much good that does you. But hey, at least you'll know somebody else. Who's a bear? I know a couple of those. Ow! They're all just as crazy as cockroach. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I know some bears. I do. I know some bears. For sure. You're a weird guy. Hey, Toy Turtle. What's up, man? Welcome back. Glad you made it. Let's see. Meeting your surgeon. Let's see. Put on your Versed and ketamine. Hell yeah. Ketamine for a block? That's hardcore. Wait, so what about ketamine with PTSD though? I mean, I know it's like kind of helpful long term, but like in an acute setting, is that I mean, I guess if you give the Versed to sort of like stop the whole psychogenic stuff, then wouldn't be an issue, but I'm pretty sure I've never given anybody ketamine for a block before. I'm not opposed to it, I've just never done it. Usually I just give them Versed and stick them and go. Yeah, gotta give the Versed first before the ketamine. Otherwise you freak out. I gave this really old lady in PACU. Yeah, I gave this when I was in residency. I gave this like, God, she was probably fucking 90. I gave her ketamine. I gave her a very small dose because she had, I can't remember like all of the things that she had going on, but I didn't want to give her Toradol. I know her like kidneys were failing. I think she had COPD, and like basically fell asleep every time we gave her even 25 of fentanyl. And like, you know, desatted. And, what else? Well, I can't remember it, but I was like, fuck, am I gonna give this 90-year-old ketamine without giving her any Versed? And I did it, and it was bad. It was really bad. It was really, really bad. And I just coincidentally happened to have my wife on the phone when this lady started absolutely losing her goddamn mind. And my wife was like, what is that? It's like, I've gotta go. I'll talk to you later. That was a mistake. Yeah, Precedex is great for kids and tonsils, man. Precedex is a game changer, actually. That's a great drug. One of my favorites. Precedex and ketamine and Toradol are probably my 3 favorite drugs. Frickin' love all of them. Yeah, I mean, ketamine will be nice for the RSD for sure. Can you schedule euthanasia? I don't know what U.S. euthanasia laws are. I have no idea. I'm gonna guess no, but I don't know that. Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah, the Precedex, that's in my mind penny wise pound foolish though. Cuz like, yeah, you're saving a dose of Precedex, but like really if you're doing kids, like you got a whole day full of peds ENT or something, like take a 200 mic vial of Precedex and break it up into like 10 aliquots. And that's all you need all day long. So you prorate that cost across your entire day. And then you're going to get those kids out of PACU way faster because they're not losing their freaking shit. It's kind of the same thought as IV Tylenol. So, like, for people who don't understand the situation there, you can give Tylenol IV, and it's very expensive. It's like $40 a dose or something. And so pharmacies freak out about it. They hate giving it because, you know, like, what does a Tylenol pill cost? Like, you know, 2 cents or something? I don't know. But, they fucking hate it. They'll call you every time. And, like, if you give somebody... So, like, a day in the hospital costs, like, $1,500. Like, just to be there. That's not even, you know, all of the stuff that you get. So, that's 40 doses of Tylenol. So, you're pretty damn likely to save 1 day of admission to the hospital with 40 doses of IV Tylenol. But people don't think of it that way. The pharmacy doesn't think of it that way. They're just like, that's more expensive. You could be giving him a suppository. Like, well, dude, why don't you come up here and tell this patient that he's going to get something put in his butt instead of in his IV? Why don't you explain that to him? Have fun. Yeah, most pharmacies won't let you compound. Yeah, I know. It sucks. I've been several places, though, including the major children's hospital here in KC that compounds it on their own. And they'll give you out small, like, sticks of Precedex. And I think it is in 20 mics, actually, coincidentally. Do they prefer to be called TJC, and as in the Joint Commission? The quote safety commission that has no authority to do anything except they just like sort of convinced hospitals that like we need to bow down to them and do what they want. I will never understand how that happened. Like, oh yeah, totally, you guys can come in and change everything that we do. That makes perfect sense. Shatter. This I like. I will craft you. Weird looking relic. You can't wear shoes made of absorbable materials. Yeah, Nobody ever said those regulations made sense. I actually had a my senior year residency. I had a there was a huge Joint Commission, you know, shakedown at the hospital I trained at. What was the sun do to the retina? It destroys it, fucks it up. But I had a guy in my room just lodged sideways in my ass, basically criticizing everything I did and, you know, asking why I did these things. And, you know, I kept it cool and was talking with him and stuff. And then the patient started doing badly, and I was like, okay man, you need to stand over there and I'm gonna resuscitate this person, so please kindly fuck off. And so after we kind of got everything settled, we, you know, he was a little bit more collegial, and I found out that he was an outpatient pediatrician. Only did outpatient, didn't do any inpatient at all. I was like, damn dude, why are you evaluating the operating room? This is such a bad idea. But yeah, that's a Joint Commission for you. Cast speed A. Should I do cast speed? Got contacted by the FBI about identity theft? Oh god. Yeah, now they schedule everything because people are impersonating Jaco. Oh, interesting. Wow. So people are impersonating safety inspectors and stealing shit? Wow, stealing identities? That's crazy. I mean, that makes sense. You'd have to have a lot of inside information and knowledge to be able to pull that off, though. I feel like you'd have to really know how shit worked. Okay, cast speed on it. 7 forging potential. What can I do, folks? What can I do? What can health regeneration become? Necro resistance? Love it. Loving that. Cool. Go. Go. Yes. Yes. Wow. That might have been a really smart idea. Let's see how much damage that does. So 6,000. Oh, that's a big increase. Rock on. Nice. So that ups my physical resistance, that caps my physical, and my necrotic resistance. I have no poison res though. Whoops. Okay. Oh, I need to start shattering some stuff. So let's pull this. No, can't shatter an idol. What are you doing in there? Silly idol. Sure, someone was running the operation, knew someone in the medical field. Yeah. I mean, you'd have to know what the hell was going on. I think about stuff like that pretty frequently, honestly. If you're just walking around, I see people in scrubs that I don't recognize all the time, and I don't think a second thing about it. So I'm sure if you just went and got scrubs and went to a hospital, nobody would give a shit. As long as you found a key card or a, you know, a badge or something, you just go wherever the hell you want. Nobody'd say anything about it. I wouldn't. You've got appropriate scrubs on, I wouldn't even consider it. Your hospital stores C-arms in the hallway? Yeah, so does mine. My hospital stores an O-arm in the hallway. It's just a $2 million machine just hanging out. I'll go ahead and shatter that. How many of these do I have remaining? I don't know. Oh, that's all of them. Okay. Well, that was a fun shattering spree, but nowhere near successful enough. 9 fire damage. That's pretty good. No wonder I kept that. Let's plan a heist. You're on your own. That's the teamwork I've come to know and love from you guys. Classic. Gotta do it with Jaco. And they just tried making shit up. Dude, they always do that. They always, like, will write you up for some nonsense. So you brought the Admiral in? That's fucking great. That's fantastic. Shut that shit down, man. Yeah, all the, like, weird crap that they just kind of have, like, decided is really important. Like, I don't get it. And it's different every time, right? It's always freaking different. And a lot of the things that they suggest are just, like, straight up unsafe. Like, I've been to multiple hospitals where they get super mad that there's, like, laryngoscopes, like the thing that you use to intubate people, and, breathing tubes, like, open and readily available. And they're like, oh, it's an infection risk. I'm like, well, you know what, I'm pretty sure that the mom whose baby is acutely dying, or the mom who's also dying, probably want to be less dead and have a slightly increased risk of a tracheal infection than, you know, waiting for you to open those things, find them and open them. Like, that's kind of a big deal. Like, an extra minute of somebody not breathing is real bad, especially when that somebody is a baby. Like, that's the difference between, like, you know, life and death, literally, for a little baby. They decompensate so fast. Yeah, I don't get it. And I'm not really sure why you would, like, want to be such a narc that you're on that team. I mean, I guess it's just a bunch of people who, like, want to be right and are getting close to retirement. I don't know. I honestly have no idea why you would want to be a Jaco inspector. Narcotic drawn up in a syringe degraded the efficacy of it? What? Yeah, seriously, right? Like, show you the literature. That's the problem, is a lot of that stuff is just kind of, like, randomly made up in a, you know, boardroom somewhere. They're like, okay, well, we're gonna tell this guy that drawing up meds decreases how effective they are. And we're just gonna stick to that. We're gonna stick with our guns. Just keep going. Full speed ahead. A narc is narcotics. So, like, fentanyl or morphine or Dilaudid or something like that. There you go. What's up, Graysdale? How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. Weird streaming night because my schedule is foobar. And also, in case it wasn't obvious, I'm just gonna say this, so it's been said. I absolutely 100% will not be streaming Sunday because I'll be watching the Chiefs kick the living shit out of the Eagles. And it's gonna be glorious. Happy Friday? Is it Friday? I don't know. You can't do that to me, man. Like, I will totally believe anything that you say. Chiefs, Chiefs, Chiefs! Yeah, that's my boy. That's my man. So glad you joined the stream today. The stream is more important. Well, if you want me to go live from my phone and listen to a bunch of people yelling and me being inappropriately drunk, then sure, let's do that. Yeah, it's a sports ball game, Gucci. Sports ball. Where they kick the racket through the hoop.
Yes.
TikTok feeding ChatGPT a hypothetical patient? No, I haven't, but that sounds amazing. Let's watch that. Cold pin. Ooh, Ice Barrage. Man, I made a Frozen Orb and Ice Barrage sorcerer a long time ago, and it was really good.
Take care.
That's probably my favorite character that I've made. No, I never used Thiopental, I don't believe. Assuming that's what you mean. No, I think I started Residency right after that got discontinued. Like, Germany stopped making it. I still in the Shatter tab? Yeah.
I actually asked OpenAI, by female, no past medical history, presents with chest pain, which is pleuritic, worse with breathing.
Fuck.
And she takes oral contraception pills. What's the most likely diagnosis? And OpenAI comes out with costochondritis, inflammation of the cartilage connecting the ribs to the breastbone. Then it says, and I'll come back to this, typically caused by trauma or overuse and is exacerbated by the use of oral contraceptive pills. Now, this is impressive. First of all, everyone who read that prompt, 35, no past medical history with chest pain that's pleuritic, a lot of us are thinking, pulmonary embolism, blood clot, that's what that is going to be. Because on the boards, that's what that would be, right? But in fact, OpenAI is correct. The most likely diagnosis is costochondritis because so many people have costochondritis that the most common thing is that somebody has costochondritis with symptoms that happen to look a little bit like a classic pulmonary embolism. I wanted to go back and I wanted to ask OpenAI, what was that whole thing about costochondritis being made more likely by taking oral contraceptive pills? What's the evidence for that? OpenAI came up with this study in the European Journal of Internal Medicine that was apparently, supposedly, saying that, and I went in Google and I couldn't find it. I went on PubMed and I couldn't find it. I asked OpenAI, give me a reference for that, and I look up that and it's made up. That's not a real paper. It took a real journal, the European Journal of Internal Medicine.
That's awesome.
It took the last names, I think, and first names of authors who have published in said journal, and it sort of confabulated out of thin air a study that would apparently support this viewpoint that it must have picked up. It must have picked up the idea that OCPs, oral contraceptives, show up on the same page as chest pain
Oh,
causes.
God.
And so that it sort of started to figure out, maybe costochondritis and oral contraceptives are related, when in fact, that's a red herring. It's really...
Dude, thank God ChatGPT wasn't popular during the pandemic. Like, can you, like, look at all the, like, disinformation that we got, anyway. And if somebody had an ability to, like, write something that seemed legit and came up with all of this, like, official sounding study to support whatever nonsense they were saying, like, damn. Like, to have to go through this sort of detail to figure out, like, that they're just totally bullshitting you.
It's really that people who are taking oral contraceptives have a higher risk of a pulmonary embolism, and those travel together on these internet pages, and OpenAI got fooled.
Alright, well, I think we get the gist of that. Let's see what I got tagged in. Tag, I'm it. Oh, God. I'm just a guy with a belief system. Dr. Bailey didn't save your life. A black woman saved your life at great personal cost. Let's see. Awesome. Pat got summoned for jury duty in Texas even though he lives in another state? That sucks. Self-important med student stuff all over his form. Yeah, that's one nice thing about medicine is you can definitely get yourself out of jury duty. I got summoned to jury duty and was like, well, shit, how am I going to do this? My boss was like, oh, no. I believe the actual quote was, anesthesiologists don't do jury duty. I was like, cool. one of my favorite Only Good Nazi's a Dead Nazi. Hard to disagree with that. One of my favorite videos is some guy. It's at like some, you know, white supremacy rally or something. And some dude just like walks up to this, like, one of the protesters, one of the ralliers, and just knocks his ass out. He just like walks up to him and punches him out. It was really funny. I wish I had the balls to do that. You signed up to do shadowing? Oh, chief of staff. Wow, straight to the top, huh? You mess around. What are you shadowing? Are you doing emergency medicine or what? Yeah, nice. I mean, it'll be fine. You're a med student. I mean, you'll probably get to do stuff. Like, you know what you're doing. You know your way around an ER. How do you find research in GI? I don't think that should be that hard, man. You might have to get involved with the, like, the GI department. You know? Surely they've got some sort of, like, department coordinator that you can email and say, I'm interested in GI research. They'll hook you up with that. Lots of labs. Labs love med students because you're grunts. Everybody needs a grunt. And, you know, maybe they'll throw you a bone and let you, you know, have your name on a project or something. Because really, they don't give a shit if they just, like, slap you on as 7th author. And you can be like, yeah, I've totally done GI research. Washing all of their bottles and scouring their data sheets. You're good at grunting, I bet you are. Huge 100-bed ER? Dear God. Open portal, oh my god, get out of here. Why am I T-posing? Wow. I'm glad that worked out. Jesus, 100 beds? How many people do they have to cover that? 35 ORs doing 200 cases. That's a busy place, man. That's a very busy place. I forgot how many ORs KU had while I was there. Probably about that, but they did like 120 cases. They weren't, you know, it's still an academic center. They were not efficient. All resistances while channeling? Okay. I don't know that that's very useful though. Melee fire damage on a scepter. On a minion scepter. Great. Perfect. Poison pin. Oh yeah, I forget that my amulet's terrible. I really need to work on that. Let's see, 32 mana, damage over time. Health. Health and physical resistance. So what did I just sell? Crit chance, frailty, lightning res. Yeah. Can't discriminate against any patient for any reason, period. Yeah, you gotta take care of everybody for sure. I agree. Yes, you can buy it back in this, yeah. In Path of Exile, you cannot. But yeah, if you go to the buyback tab, this is all the stuff that I sold, and you buy it back for the same price that you sold it for. So it's not like you have to have extra gold around. I think that's a really nice feature. It seems unreasonably punitive in Path of Exile to sell shit accidentally. Especially with, as we were discussing before, how fucking terrible the crafting system is. I think it's pretty difficult to get, you know, recover from that, basically. No forging potential left, but that's okay, because it's still way better than what I have. Oh, but you know, cast speed. Ah, damn. Ah, damn. Ah, damn. I don't know if I want to sacrifice that much cast speed. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of damage. Okay, never mind. Well, shit, I just wasted a lot of resources on that. Perfect. You're just gonna wait till you get the use of your arm. Yeah, this is sort of a two-handed kind of adventure. What's the rehab on that like? I mean, shoulders take a little while to rehab, right? It's probably a couple months. But I don't know if you could man it well. Yeah, because you can't really go like this. You gotta have it neutral. Yeah, that'll be a minute. Bummer, dude. Well, I hope it makes your shoulders feel way better. Ooh, all my skills are leveling up. Yay! So when did you say your surgery was? You're just going in for your pre-op appointment, right? Not necessarily the actual like surgery. Or am I making that up? Torn labrum and supraspinatus, and they need to do a chromioplasty. Yeah, okay. So you're gonna be laid up for a minute. Osteomagicus. Ortho's a good specialty, man. I really enjoyed my ortho rotation. Thought it was super cool. I'm glad I didn't choose it though, because it's... I don't know if surgery's my thing. I prefer the like quick hitter, move around sort of deal. It would have made way more money as an orthopedic doc, but meh. Pre-op Monday, pencil in for Wednesday. Got it. That's pretty quick turnaround for a pre-op visit. Nice. You like your orthopod? Sometimes people are kind of hit or miss on that. They just kind of go to whoever. I figure you know them. But... Not all DO schools have OMM? Really? Interesting. I did not know that. Civilian doc seems good. Nice. Yeah, one thing that I always kind of wonder about is like... Oh, what the fuck? Did I just run right through that? Didn't even notice it. Oh well. Yeah, I always kind of like... I wonder if it's better to go to a hospital and not know what you're getting into than to, like, know that some of those doctors aren't very good. Or at least, like, aren't people you would choose for yourself. Or do you, like, go out of your way to go to somebody you know? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh, you requested the gas man? Yeah, that's... I would definitely do that, for sure. You know too much. You know way too much. We generally honor requests. I don't know if there's places that don't. I don't think I've ever heard of that, but... Yeah, we're generally pretty good about, you know, if somebody says, I want this doctor, and we're like, okay, cool. Do I want knockback? Percentage of your current health into twice as much ward? Nah. Biggest fear is the wake up because of your PTSD? Yeah, dude, just ask him to Presidex you, man. That seems to help a lot. That seems to really help PTSD in my fair amount of experience. I'm a Presidex fan. Like, I used to give it to everybody. Like, literally give it to everybody before they woke up, unless there's reason not to. But I definitely enjoy it. And it does seem like it smooths out people who have, like, they've historically, like, come out combative or emotional or whatever. I have no research or, you know, evidence to back that up other than just personal experience, so. Scored 65 and 33 is enough to diagnose. Oh, fuck, man. Well, sorry to hear that. One more point. Get an end explosion. Watching my 3D printer print yet another trophy. My kid is obsessed with printing trophies. Let's see, healing effectiveness per intelligence. Man, that's something I could really get down with. Kind of like that armor though. You don't want to hurt anyone when they wake you up? Oh, well, yeah, for sure, man. I'm not sure that I've only seen anybody, like, get attacked, like, actually attacked one time. And it was at the VA. It was at the VA. Yeah, it is. The trophies are the only thing I've print. I've tried to print some other things, but they're like, anything that requires like sort of like free floating details seems like it gets all fucked up. Like even this thing, I was looking at it, it's got some like handles that it's trying to print that are kind of not really going as I would have expected them to. But oh well. You have a few times? I don't know. Well, I mean, hopefully they just put you down enough that you kind of come out of it smoothly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they could, like, I don't think I've ever really, like, gone out of my way to deal with PTSD or, like, address it outside of just like a single dose of something like benzos or Presidex. I don't know if you could give somebody like a propofol infusion or a Presidex infusion until they kind of blew off the anesthesia and woke up. Saw a guy choking out someone that leaned down to wake up to tell them to wake up. Oh god. Jesus. That's not good. Oh, shit. And the 3D printing is done. No, I mean, I know propofol drips, like, yeah, like, I give propofol drips all the time, but I'm saying, like, specifically for waking up from anesthesia. Like a prolonged, long-term wake up. Show you the trophy, hang on. Let's see, let me get to a place where I'm not gonna get ambushed. Yeah, like a propofol taper, basically. An anesthesia taper. Okay. I don't know why that failed, but yes, stop. Wow, that was like almost done, too. Bummer. Get off of there. Where'd that piece go? Shit. I have no idea where that piece went. Oh well. How did I create the render? I just got it from Thingiverse. Nothing fancy. Shoot. Well, I thought that was gonna be really cool. Oh well. Maybe he'll like it anyway. What build is my tune? It's a Volcanic Orb and Elemental Nova Sorcerer right at the moment. And I don't plan on doing anything particularly fancy with it. Kid get 3D printing anything he wants and gets a trophy. Yeah, exactly. Little kids are weird, man. They're super weird. But yeah, I've been really happy with this build so far. I feel like it's got a lot of upside. Probably min-max it a fair bit. Ah! Stop that. It definitely levels really quickly. Because, like, Elemental Nova casts when I teleport. So you just kind of, like, use your movement skill to run around and kill everything. And Volcanic Orb is ridiculous single target. Gotta get some gear to slow it down, make it like not go fast, which I have a little bit of, but I need more. But it does that. Like, hey, you stay still. Like big bosses with big hitboxes, it just annihilates them. What is that? Okay, walk all the way around the thing. Perfect. How much does the printing material cost? Not much. Like, a whole spool of filament was like 30 bucks, I think. And I got, like, decent filament. I don't think it's great, but it's not the, like, trash stuff. There's cheaper filaments, but I don't know anything about it. I just figured, like, it got good reviews, and I was like, yeah, you know, I'll get something better than the bargain basement. Accidentally biting a Tesla pearl. Yeah, don't do that. Culver's Pledge. Let's see, how's it rolled? Okay, I guess. Okay, roll. Oh, good damage for the totems. That's nice. The crit, though, the crit is probably the most important stat, and it's a base. Blah. Gelatin capsule when bite equals dead. Yeah, I know, right?
Yes.
Enjoy! Enjoy your Tesla. Reach his health while channeling. That's pretty good. Lightning crit multi. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a huge range. What the hell? So this would be really good with the new staff that lets your minions ignite. I'll hang on to that. Yeah, that's ooh, I haven't crafted my belt. What am I doing? Such a silly Billy. Amaranth is streaming? Isn't she, like, always streaming, though? I thought she was, like, basically always on. Ooh, that was fancy. That was also fancy. Let's see. Mana regen? I feel like I can do better than that. Maybe I'll put health up max first before I do that, though. Oh, I'm out of those. Shit. Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that. 9% health, that's cool. Dude, Amaranth is, like, legit a brilliant business person, though. She's very impressive. Like, if you don't know about her, you ought to look into the moves she's making. She does some crazy shit. Like, she is super smart. Very intelligent woman. She evidently has a very good team behind her. Well, no, she's using her millions to grow her millions. She owns, like, multiple gas stations. She owns, like, some, like, rubber ball factory or something. Like, basically, she reinvests all of her money and is, like, crushing it. I guess she got on top of this, deal, like, the government essentially offers like 100% tax deduction for purchases of businesses like that are petroleum involved. And so she's like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna use all my income to buy gas stations. So she bought like 4 gas stations. So like, you know, technically, according to the IRS, she made 0 income, even though she owns tons of businesses and has tons of passive income now. Yeah, she wants to start an animal reserve and have it be self-sustaining. Yeah, I think I remember hearing that. But yeah, I mean, I think her, last I heard, her monthly income is like $1.5 million or something. So she is exploiting all of the nerdy simps, man. She is deep into that market. Ooh, Rune of Ascendance. That can make me a unique item. That's cool. What do I should make? But yeah, she's just like constantly growing her wealth. And she's setting herself up to, you know, not be in the streaming business anymore. So I'm sure even people who are that driven, you know, aren't gonna work 100-hour weeks all their life. You know, presumably she'll want to sort of like fade out of the public eye a little bit at some point. Jesus, this is a huge map. This dude's all the way freaking over there. God. I might have to watch her Anthony Padilla interview. I've watched several of her interviews with like Devin Nash and kind of podcasts she's appeared on. Her streaming has an expiration date. Yeah. The whole deepfake porn thing is really weird. No, I did not. Oh shit, man! I keep reading chat. I did not do it, but I have a Frozen Orb character that I paired with Ice Barrage, and that was awesome. That works really, really well. Let's try that again. Yeah, so if that interests you, then you can make deepfakes of me. Go for it, man. Do it. Yeah, the Volcanic Orb into Frozen Orb is great. Super strong. Yeah, this I just went for pure damage. Level 70! Oh, God. Alright. That Spire got me good. I want those idols. The idols are sort of like key to this build. I need the like slower speed on Volcanic Orb. It'll kill multiple industries one by one. Yeah, it probably will, honestly. I mean, artists are super pissed off about all the AI art that came out. And I mean, I get it. Totally get it. Like, if that's your livelihood, and somebody's just like, hey, look, I can type in weird shit into this AI generator, and here's a piece of art in 5 seconds. Yeah, it'll stop being a novelty for, like, restaurants and stuff. You'll have restaurants just totally run by, like, one person kind of standing there to make sure that, you know, things don't get totally fucked up, and then that's it. The age of automation. Yeah, artists know nobody will, like, they're unhireable. Yeah, basically. But it doesn't have soul. doesn't have soul. Because that's worth thousands of dollars, right? What's up, Uranus? What you got? A kid in Texas that sued because he couldn't get in? Yes, I did see that. I think that's hilarious. The insight equals 0. Like, dude, perhaps the fact that you are willing to sue schools because you didn't get in has something to do with why you didn't get in. It's just a thought. Ah, yeah, that volcanic orb damage is so good. So good. 100% DOA, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, think about, like, for jobs. Like, nobody's gonna want to work with that guy. Even if somehow he does, like, make it through medical education, and it, you know, comes up that that's him, nobody's gonna want to freaking work with that dude. I wouldn't want to. You wanna work with somebody who's that big of a bitch? No chance. No chance. He's trying. Yeah, I mean, once it gets into, like... My experience with the private sector is that it's all about, like, whether or not people can work with you. You know, once you finish residency, it's just sort of assumed that you know what you're doing and you're competent, you know, unless you prove otherwise. So, when you're interviewing, people just, like, it's all about getting to know you. You know, so if you have a history of being, like, the world's biggest douchebag, then that's gonna be a pretty big strike against your employability. He'll just become an admin? Yeah, probably so. Straight to the top, right? Yeah, he'll make more money and work better hours than all of us. God damn it. Which politician's funding him suing the schools? I don't know. That's a good question, though. I'm sure somebody will get on that case. Give me idols. Oh, that's a lot of idols. Jesus. What type of medicine? I'm an anesthesiologist. So in case you haven't figured it out, this is a really weird stream. Where I play games and talk about medical stuff, and it's just sort of all over the place. But it's fun. I hope you're having a good time. Let's see. Kid Clevin teaching. Yeah, I agree with that. Drug man, absolutely. Yep, that's the way to do it. Residents finishing with anywhere between half to 2/3 experience they used to have? So, I don't know that I agree with that. I guess my perspective is pretty minimal. I don't really know, like, what experience other residents finished with, but man, in my program,
Yes.
I got a shitload of experience. I was totally ready to practice, like, right out of the box, for sure. You had a resident complain at 3:30 you're gonna be late for their nail appointment? Oh yeah, that would never fly in my residency, dude. That might be situational. No, we never got out until like 5:30. And most days I was there till probably 7. Well, no, that's not true. Some rotations I was there routinely till 7. I would say most days 5 to 5:30 was fairly standard. So it'd be about a 12-hour day. Plus call. I have a dick appointment. I'm gotta go. I mean, you gotta go, you gotta go. Oh, damn. Yeah, I do, so to be fair, to your point, I do know a few people who went to some pretty cush residencies. Like, I think some of the satellite Mayo campuses are sort of notorious for being really cush. Like, they supposedly let you
Yes.
do your own schedule, and most people there are just like, well, I'm just not gonna do anything. Like, I get it wanting to, like, work regular hours and stuff, but you're gonna be way behind everybody else who works, 70-hour weeks. These thorns when hit, huh? Yeah. Ooh, poison on hit? Yeah, that's pretty good. Cast view of lightning aegis and full damage. That's pretty good. Total case count residents finishing with is lower than it used to be. Interesting. I didn't know that. I have no idea how many cases I did. But I guess the question is, like, do they need as many cases as they once did? I don't know. That's an honest question. I don't know. I mean, my case count was, like, easily in the thousands. That's pretty good. Yeah, I heard that there was some question of adding a year to anesthesia residency, and I don't think that's a good idea. And yes, it would be political suicide. Had your appendix out when you were 15? Cool. Well, it is a weird experience for sure. Yeah, if you're not one of the lucky ones who has like massive nausea and stuff, most people kind of enjoy it. Like, enjoy the trip, man. Why not? Minion health. Have I ever been put under? I have, yeah. I've never had surgery, but I've had an EGD a couple times. I don't like, I just had propofol, so it wasn't like there was no experience to be had, really. It's gone in 10 minutes, so it's not very interesting. Are residency programs more or less the same? No, they're definitely not. They're very, very different. I would go so far as to say that residency programs within a specialty are more different than med schools. Because the ACGME is, like, so tight on, like, what you need to learn for med school, and there's, like, step exams and stuff. But for, like, for residency, it's just all over the map. Like, I did, I don't know, 80 hearts, 70 to 80 hearts, and there are some programs that struggle to meet their minimal numbers, which is 20. Like, I know multiple anesthesia programs that they, like, double up residents in hearts, so both of them can count that heart as, like, one they've performed, which is bad. Like, that speaks to Toy Turtle's point that, you know, there are places that are kind of, like, under-training residents, and that does happen, for sure, but, like, I personally did not have that experience, though I know there are some places where that's the case. You got a heart cath done a few years ago? Oh no. Yeah, they give you some, usually they give you Versed, which is a benzodiazepine, and fentanyl, which is a pain medicine. Typically that's what you get for that, but it may have been something different. I don't know. Impossible for me to say. You remember looking at the monitor? Yeah, a lot of people have, like, weird experiences during, like, heart procedures and GI procedures and stuff like that. Are there residency programs you should avoid even if they're accredited? I mean, yeah. Yeah. The fact that they're, you know, technically able to, you know, grant you your education doesn't mean that they're necessarily good at it. There are also a lot of programs that just fudge numbers and statistics and stuff. Like, I know multiple neurosurgery programs that are, their program coordinator fills out their hours for them, like their reported hours, and they're over. They're way, way over 80 hours a week. Ortho, same way. Putrid Wraith, Poison Chance. That seems like a good combo. I know I'm just like staring at this shit, trying to figure out what the hell I want to do with it. Shatter that, shatter that. Oh, no, I'll keep that. Step to eliminate options, that's good. Yeah, nobody wants a bad heart cath. that doesn't mean good things.
Yes.
Yeah, HCAs are not great places to do residency for sure. Not really great places to do anything, for that matter. Oh, damn, it's 10:30. I better go to sleep. This is fun though. I'm up. I'm pumped. But yeah, I better pass out because I'll have to help my wife in the middle of the night. So, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate you coming by. What is your quick question? Damn it. So, I'm Milkman Al. I will try to be back Saturday, maybe? Go Chiefs on Sunday. But yeah, I'll be back when I can. Schedule, obviously, super crazy these days, so I'll do the best I can to be back, because I love it, and I have a lot of fun, but life happens. So yeah, normally Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 to 10 p.m. I will do my best to stick to that, but, you know, it ain't looking good. How do you get rid of that feeling to stop yourself from throwing up? Take nausea meds. Have a great night, everybody. Take it easy.